I mean, I barely want to come into it. There's a lot more to that.
Yeah. Let's see, well,
Of course, they messed up everything again.
I
so,
know.
like,
Bullet, what the heck? Are we over? Are we lined up, Bullet? I don't know. Yeah, we are, ain't we?
I think we did, unless they moved my camera again.
I don't think they did. I mean, because I'm used to. Let me see. I go by Abdul the Butcher. I think we're right.
Yeah.
Bullet. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe we're the crooked ones. Well, okay. I just always feel weird, Bullet. No DVD. Bullet. Oh, they drunk my water too, Bullet. Where's my water? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry, Bullet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel
was gonna say
completely
there's something. Yeah. There's something.
I gotta be holding something, boy. Or I have to hold your hand. Okay.
We don't want that.
No, let's see. Are you sure we're?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a little bit more space over
How come
here.
I didn't trip?
Yeah, there's a little bit more space over here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, I trust you as always. But okay,
I think the audio section. Yeah, there you go.
do we see that red button or no?
Yeah, I was good.
Oh, I do see the red button.
The red light is on. It's just the audio. I was making sure. Like,
okay. Just when it blinks, that when we need to shut up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I might. I'd use a different memory card. But okay.
I'm learning. I'm learning technology. The light blinks.
There you go.
Okay.
That is right.
Please behind you. Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestle. You're the claps. You know what time it is, George. How was your weekend?
Listen to me. If we could bottle up that 5 milliseconds a piece when we go down, that's the.
Normally I come back up real fast, but like we went down.
It's so good. It
felt pretty good.
No, boy.
Because I've had a very hectic day. Yesterday, but I think I'm finally getting that head above water now.
Yes.
And so I think I'm doing all right.
That few seconds right here is all I rest anyway. But it's like when that sun's beating down on you like through the shades. And you just, I could have sunk right then. But anyway, welcome our great viewers. So much going on, Bull. Of course, last week we're going to get a T-shirt made saying I survived the flood of High Spots 2019. And I just kind of backpedaled. Michael Hayes moonwalked out till we got everything worked out. But anyway, boy, so glad.
You're somber last Tuesday.
Oh gosh,
which is fine. I was very busy last week, so I'm glad we didn't do it last week.
Well, and I felt, as much as I love our show, I felt weird saying, "Can we go back there and tape our top-rated show when there was major?"
The roof is coming down around us. Literally, the roof is coming down around us.
Our show is so good, we blow the roof off the place.
But don't worry, the subscription box this month at highspots.com are going to be very good. Very good.
Exactly right, man.
Anybody that's got the subscription box, you'll be extremely happy with your.
Man, boy, they're going to be praying for rain. They're going to be playing for. I think I'm going to join a subscription just for that.
Oh yeah,
for that box. So anyway, our show was so good we blew the lid off the place. But anyway, so much going on, Bullet.
And then we had to pop the lid off of Funko Pops and blow into. You had to pop the top and then blow into once we take the lid off.
What is so amazing about them Funko Pops or whatever is, and I don't collect them and don't much about them, but it is the quality when they're autographed and they're displayed. It ain't something you play with. That's what I'm learning.
They're on displays, and I'm on the hunt for one particular one for my girlfriend. I have to go find this one particular one. I've seen it places. I can just order online, but the treasure hunt of it all.
Oh no, that's
the fun part.
No,
because I've already got enough of the Cyclops cover comics that I've now covered my entire wall. So the new thing that I do when I go to these conventions is look for this particular Funko Pop and see if I can't find it. So.
Well, now let me ask you this real quick: because I don't know, is it going to be the market going to be overdone so much like the Beanie Babies? That's what I think. Every time somebody
the second they make a Jake Manning Funko Pop, that is when we can pack up Funko Pops.
Well, see, that's what I think of, Bullet, when I see so many of these. Like they just released like the Jeffersons and all the early 80-ish sitcoms. Chico and the Man, remember Freddie Prinze Day? They got those out. So I'm thinking, Lord, are them things that popular that they're going back and rebringing?
Well, Figures Inc. They got those cheap looking ones.
I know.
Like TV's action figures and stuff like that. So. Funko Pops are really kind of pushing them out of the market.
No, I think so too. But it is the quality. It is getting it signed and displayed in a nice case like the ones here. and but we had several of those that got damaged. But they will be
slightly.
Yeah, slightly,
just enough that we can't sell them on the website.
Yeah, that's what's nuts. It ain't like
these are the minorest of details. The autograph is still good on it, so you'll be very happy.
And that's so funny that you said that on those. Is a while ago before we went on the air, as I was talking with Vince, and I just happened to he pointed at that stack over here, and I picked one up, thinking that was the ones that were salvaged.
Yeah.
That's how good these look that are going to be put in those boxes.
But then just with collectors, it's the minors.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because when I was holding one, Vince said, matter of fact, by you touching it, nobody wants it.
Yeah.
So
that's what was so funny when our last office manager, he was supposed to cut a video to show like some action figures that we had, and he got a lot of YouTube comments because he would pick it up and be like, "This is a rare AWA tag team Freebirds edition mint on card," and then he would just drop it at the speed of light, and then he'd be like, "Here is the Kamala Hasbro mint on card."
Only one in the world only one exists in the world.
And he was just throwing them down at the speed of light.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's on our YouTube. It's on our YouTube channel. Go back. Skip over all the Dad Do the Worky Wrestles and find that one.
Oh, boy.
You'll get a good laugh out of it. It's almost it almost looks like a parody.
And I won't comment on this much, but we put a lot of heart and soul into this show. Well, a lot of people don't. Well, maybe just heart, not no soul.
Maybe you.
Maybe. But I've never, and I don't want to know the answer to this, because I don't, remember we've talked about it when you can go, because I love going on, I'm a big mark for our show, and I love going to the library, and when it's just me there, and I got a few moments, and I can go to YouTube like a fan of the show. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I know I can watch it on my site and on Facebook, but to go to YouTube, like the mark that I am, and actually click it up, bullet, and that's when you got to enjoy it. That's like going to the drive-in movie place. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, and I got to comment on that just a little bit too about drive-in. But anyway, but listen to me. So to see somebody, I guess you can give the thumbs up. I've told you this before. You can give the thumbs up and thumbs down on our show. Yeah. I can't believe that somebody would, after 300 episodes, that somebody would still give us. There's a thumbs down on some of our shows, and I know that don't bother you being the comedian that you are, but I take that personally.
I am just shocked that somebody cares enough to say into the world that they're like, I just like that show. Like, it blows my mind that you would care either way.
But I want my participation trophy. Do you understand? Yeah, I want 300 episodes should get us all this.
I mean, we have so many episodes and so little people pay attention to it. That's like saying, hey, what's your favorite Budweiser sign in this bar? Yeah. Because they just send you free stuff to put up in like bars. They have Budweiser calendars, Budweiser lights, and just be like, what's your favorite piece of? They're just there.
Like
it means nothing. Nobody pays attention to it. It just kind of exists there.
I mean, how miserable is your life if you didn't like us? I mean, I can understand, but if you put so much thought into us that you had to give us a thumbs down, that's major.
How is it even worth your time?
What is you got to log in. Listen to me. You can't just go on YouTube and give us a thumbs down. You got to give them your person. You got to log in.
That's why there's a lot of videos. I'm like, I really like this video, and I want to give it a thumbs up and support it just in the littlest way. But then like enter your sign in. I go, nope, not doing it.
Yes,
not doing it.
So this guy that did this has logged in, took time to log in to do that. That just blows my mind.
You have given Mark Zuckerberg your information. You have given Google your information, so you could just
so we got the best of him.
So you could just show your displeasure for this show. You are compromised. Your information is on the dark web right now. They have your social security number. They got your bank routing number.
Rest my case, America.
And you did that all so you could put a thumbs down, you moron. You absolute complete idiot. You solely wanted to just be as negative as possible.
That's
Don't
right.
worry. That negativity that you have put out in the world will come back to you
Yes, it
when
will.
you go through identity.
Yep, that's exactly right, Bullet. I'm telling you, and I rest my case. Thank you for summing all that up. He didn't realize what he just to give us his displeasure. His life savings is gone.
gone.
I'm just telling you. So anyway, folks, you better
Thumbs
think
up,
about
buddy.
it.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. So we give you a thumbs up for being an idiot. But anyway, Bullet, quick plug here, real quick. This weekend, Little George had a Saturday off. I didn't know, Bullet, that there's still old-fashioned drive-ins available in America.
Yeah, that's a big work.
They
always say, like, oh, they're dying and they're going away.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I know 3 of them in Iowa. If there's 3 in Iowa, get out of here. There's I can go 30 miles up the road. I've driven by. I can't tell you.
I know.
Every time I go to a show.
saw one. No, we did not. I'm sorry.
Every time I drive to a wrestling show in North Carolina and it's a bit off the beaten path or it's way up the interstate, I drive through a drive-thru.
Yeah, you sure do.
There's always a drive-in movie. Always.
What was funny is
all big work.
Little George really tried. I mean, I'm giving him a thumbs up because he really tried. But he got a truck, threw the blankets in the back, and he was going to take the grandbabies and the wife. They're going to go watch Lion King at the drive-in. Mm-hmm. And of course, the grandbabies, they never been. So I knew it was going to be a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? I said, hot outside, something. And they're looking for the little speaker, and they're not used to that. They're used to the remote. They're used to air conditioning and glass of tea and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but
Roku, needing to reboot, and then you got to re-put in your sign-in information there, and then you got to get the code from your telephone to get into the app to plug through there. They're used to all that process, as opposed to just walk up, hand somebody money, and then pull your car in, and then watch the movie. No, you'd rather do that.
Now, it brought back memories because I snuck in many of a drive-in. You pile all your friends in the trunk, and you just drive one person goes and pays for one person. Because they used to charge you, they don't charge you by the carload, they used to charge you by the butts in the seat. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So they would actually
count how many people.
Yeah, they count how many people and you pay. So anyway, with the
now they do carloads though?
Yes, it's all one big carload.
I need to go to a drive-thru.
Yeah, so you pile as many as you can get. Friends ain't smothering in the trunk or nothing. But
because the drive-ins are making so much money now. Because supposedly they're extinct and going away.
Well,
we got to support them. Now they're doing better than ever.
So Little George is going to
be like vinyl record shops.
Listen, no, that's exactly right. But anyway, so Little George is going to have it's very Michael. The Kevin Costner-ish Field of Dreamish. I mean, to me, being on the phone. Hearing about the excitement of the boys. They don't really know what a drive-in is, the little grandbabies, but they're just excited. I mean, they're going somewhere in the back of a truck. So anyway, I was pretty excited about it. So I made the comment to my son. I said, man, that's pretty cool that y'all can still go. And then little George came right back and he says, yeah, I've never been either. Okay, now he's 32 years old. I know, boy. So I said,
that cut deep.
Oh, boy, that cut real deep. Oh, my God.
Cats in the cradle and a silver spoon. Little boy blue and a man.
Oh, boy. How did you know? Oh, my gosh. Boy. Oh, my God. Boy, I'm going to go cry. I'll be back. Okay, I got to go blow my nose. Okay? Let me have one of James Rake's t-shirts. I got to blow my nose. Boy, only you in America could connect with me when I said that. Bullet, when I said that.
See, I'm like the son in that song. Even though my dad actually did love me and spend time with me as much as he possibly could, I'm the son like, Dad, I'm too busy. Sorry, bye.
No. Bullet, only you could connect with me. And I swear, the guilt riding inside of me still. This is 4 days ago.
It should, because that sounded like a direct shot.
Oh, it was.
That was a direct shot.
Bullet, then he threw the mic down. You know what I'm saying? After little George told me that, he threw the mic down. You know what I'm saying? And walked off, is what I'm saying. And of course, stupid me said, well, what do you mean, son? Because honestly, it caught me off guard. He's 32 years old, Bullet. And he said, well, I've never been. You never took me. Bullet. The guilt for, it was here. And you and you just reminded me that it's here. Bullet, but that stupid song, I swear, was the first thing that came to my mind when little George told me that. Mm-hmm. So, and of course me, I went in, started backpedaling again. Son,
I was in Kansas City, and Dusty told me when I was at a brand new house. He goes, "Oh yeah, how does that house have wheels on it?"
Yeah. I should have called you and stepped back and said, "Boy, could you talk to my son?"
Listen, I would have loved to take you to a drive-in movie, but I was sharing a hotel room that had one bed with Mark Fleming, Rocky King, and we spent all that money for Miami Vice, and I would have took you to the drive-in movie with that money that I would have made like Miami Vice gear, but they told us to take it off, and we were supposed to come out to the song from Miami Vice, like we'll get sued, and I had no money to take you to drive-in anymore because I make no money in Kansas City.
Boy, the guilt. I feel guilty. I was a bad dad. I mean, seriously. I mean, how my son, for 32 years, has been living with it. He had never been to a drive-in. Bullet. That's probably like the worst thing I could possibly do as a dad. How could I not take everybody's kid went to? So what I'm scared about, I'm letting it die. Okay, I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not even going to.
You take those feelings and you hide those.
I got to because first thing I thought about is he has a brother that is 2 years. Because first thing I thought was, well, maybe he was at a friend's house when the dad of the year here gathered all the family.
Maybe he's forgetting the story. Maybe like George Jr. You want to come and do a drive-in movie, and he goes,
exactly. During the Stone Cold day, he went through that Stone Cold period.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the tattoo and the wife beater, and shot me the bird when I asked him did he want Fruit Loops. So
and you took twins, you took Garrett, you took Brock.
Exactly.
Happy. They got great memories. You go into a drive-through. You got the big like bag of popcorn.
Yes.
Well, you didn't buy it. You got it like out of the dumpster at the grocery store, and you snuck it in. But they still had the big bag of popcorn, though.
And I put 5 straws in one drink and sent it back there. And everything was fine. That's the first thing I thought about this moment, okay? But then I realized, oh my gosh, wait a minute. His younger brother, Brock, is only 2 years younger than him. So if little George didn't go, there's possibly, the guilt was getting deep.
We get the whole rest of the family.
No, I know. So I had to change the subject real quick. Oh, it's a nice day, son. Oh, so you working tonight?
See, the twins, you could probably get away with being like, oh, well, drive-ins were dead.
Yeah.
You guys were young. You heard on the news, drive-ins are dead, even though none of them were closed down in our area.
I just don't. If my twins Google drive-ins and they see that they've been open and they're flourishing and they've never been weak, I will really be done as a dad. But anyway, so the guilt, I haven't talked to little George since. I've got to work on my comeback line because he ain't believing the crap about what all you just said about making all that money, surviving.
Listen, I was on the road with Stallion, and we were barely making any money. Like, we had to enter a spaghetti eating contest just so I could get a meal. I don't know what's competitive eater. I was just doing it to get a free meal so I could make it back home to you.
Boy.
And then we hit a snowstorm, and they tell me I can't go down the mountain on 77. And I just started walking because I wanted to walk back just to take you to a drive-in movie in the middle of December. But the cop said, no, you can't walk in there.
Bullet.
I know all these
You
stories.
listen good. The next
stories.
time somebody wants me to interview me, I'm just going to have them call you if you're
I'm just going to reenact that one shoot interview you did that was in a restaurant, and I'll just reenact that.
First one I ever done, Bullet.
And you only did it so the guy paid for your meal, and he filmed you while you were eating.
Yes. And every time I went to eat free spaghetti, they asked me another question. Well, that's a true story. Oh, my God.
I'll just reenact that.
Yes. Oh, so anyway, the guilt I've got is deep right now. I have never took my son to, and the guilt is so bad, I haven't even asked them how their trip went. It may have been bad, it may have been good, but I want to bring it up again because I can hear him now tell me how great of a time that they had, and then he's going to really think, the only thing, my hope is it was the most miserable time in the world because then he'll think, well, maybe I didn't miss nothing. But if his family had a great time, which I'm sure they did, and it was the greatest time in the world, the weather was great, wind blowing, birds chirping, he's going to realize, holy cow, what have I missed?
Have vivid memories of being in a drive-in in Clinton, Iowa with my dad watching Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, boy, God.
Just remembering it, and you take a little speaker and put it in the car.
Oh, yes.
And go into the snack
Bullet.
stand.
Oh, the smell of those hot dogs over there. Oh, my gosh.
And the little playground in there. Man, for somebody who's never taken his kids to a drive-in, you sure know a lot about drive-ins.
Oh, my God.
You're really describing it pretty well.
I got to be quiet. Well, the more I talk about it, I'll be quiet. But there's a lot of guilt on this side of being a bad Lord, I was a bad dad. I mean, my gosh. But anyway, that song. I said all that for the last 10 minutes. That song, I swear, it was the first thing that come to mind is that song when he told me that. So
sorry, George Jr.
He
was on an army base
Yeah.
wrestling Gangrel and Luna Vachon and just trying to make a buck. And all of a sudden, Stallion press slam Luna Vachon, stopped everything, and then the match just stopped. And then all of a sudden, George was like, I should be at a drive-in with my son right now. But I'm wrestling in front of all these Army guys, and Luna Vachon just said the dirtiest word in the English language as loud as possible, and then we just stopped the match.
We stopped everything. It was like the tape broke.
Yeah.
You hear me? And everybody it got quiet. And then it's like, like when you fart in public and you don't, you just don't want anybody looking at you. That's kind of like it just killed the whole thing. Yeah. But anyway, so. We need to move on that bull before I start crying. It's been determined here after 300 episodes that I screwed up bad. Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to find out if they had a great time. I hope they didn't have a good time. I hope the grandbabies hated it, complained the whole time. They wanted to go home. So then little George maybe, but I don't know. I think they may have had a great time. So anyway, so there's still things that I've got to do as a dad. Okay, well, I still got to.
Maybe we can rectify that, but for then, so maybe you take George Jr. To a drive-in movie. Maybe,
exactly.
Since it's carloads, just get in with the grandbaby, hold the grandbabies the whole time.
Yeah, but and as I thought about that, and then we'll move on real quick, is I'm thinking, how come? Surely some promoter hadn't thought about setting the ring up down there. Would that work? I don't know. Well, could you set a ring up down there in front of the theater and the screen?
All I know is I think that's been done before.
Wow.
Somebody's done that. I've heard that. But then I also, I've read Steve Martin's book. Well, not read it, but the audio book. I've had Steve Martin basically read his book about his stand-up career. And that's like my go-to listen when I'm sharing a room with Zane Riley to block out the snoring noise that I hear. Yeah. So I put that on and I fall asleep. And there's always a part in there where Steve Martin talks about how he did comedy at a drive-in theater before the movie started. And he said it was the worst experience of his entire career.
I love that.
Because they put him up where the screen was.
Wow.
And then the microphone obviously went out to everybody's cars. But here's this guy who's doing this very visual act, and they are like a mile away from the screen where he's doing some sort of action or doing some sort of facial expression. Like, they can't see me. They cannot see me when I'm doing it whatsoever.
So that has been maybe done.
Yeah, I want to say that I've heard somebody do that before. They had a wrestling before the drive-in movie. I want to say that I've heard that.
A quick thing this week. I don't know if I've ever seen this, and it will never happen in my. I don't know if this is the new thing that wrestlers are doing, but of course, one of the shows I was at this weekend, and this may be how they do it. I just don't do it, and they're not going to do it to me.
Getting the biggest water jug of all time.
No, but I've never seen a guy. He tried to hook a leg lock on. It had a Boston Crab. It looked like. Well, he turned the guy over on his belly, and he was trying to hook his leg some way. But you could tell he wanted to get his arms bullet for. I don't know if it was like a mil mascara surfboard or whatever. Yeah. But I've never seen this. He smacked. I would have killed the guy. He smacked the guy right slap in the back. Mm-hmm. Open as hard as he could. Not in the front, but in the back. And I guess that was, to his thinking, that was supposed to make the guy.
Get his arms back? No. It's just a little pat on the ribs. Boom.
Well, he's open hand. I thought, what, is he mad at this guy? And the promoter said, no, that's how he does it. When he wants to get your arms, I think, why didn't he just bend over? No, exactly. And I thought, why didn't he just bend over just a half inch and grab the guy's arms? I don't know, but I didn't know. I'd have. And so anyway, what I'm saying is,
you know how I get a guy to reach behind the back? I just punch him right in the back of the head. That's how I do the surfboard. Like if I want to like surfboard somebody, I want them to put their arms like back like this. I just punch them in the back of the head. That's like my thing. That's my thing.
That's more believable than just that flat, unprepared. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I punch him in the back, like right at the base of the spine. That's what I punch him, as hard as I possibly can.
Well, I'd never seen it, and I even sent word. I shared that real quick. I even sent word. I wanted to now I'm not going to yell at the guy, but when he came, I sent word for him to come out. I honestly intermission. I never seen it. Maybe they do that all the time, Bullet. I don't know, but I've never. I mean, as hard as he could, it made the loudest sound, and it just had. You didn't see it coming. It had to hurt. But anyway, the guy never did come out. He never did come out to hear what I had to say, and so anyway, I just ate a hot dog and went home. But I had never seen that. Maybe that I didn't know that's how. You know, I thought you would just bend over and get it, Bullet, wouldn't you? Or not?
You punch him right in the back of the head. Hard as possible.
So anyway, a lot going on. Of course, this week, Bullet, busy week. Saturday, I'll be going up to our buddy Gary Dameron's. I'll be going back up to his show. Ming is there. Big cage matches. You know, I always love going to Gary Dameron's, Bullet, because this is first time it ever happened in my career. Is 2 shows back. When I wrestled Al Snow, you know, I give out, you know, no pressure, but I give out Bibles. You know, I love signing Bibles, giving them out. First time ever in my career, after my match with Al Snow, this lady brought the Bible back and gave it back to me. Now, that is the ultimate heel pinnacle for me, Bullet, to get one give back. She said, you need this more than I do. So, anyway.
God.
I know, Tom, that's like the pinnacle, like, heel move for me, okay?
Jeez.
I'm telling you, Bullet, and that's, imagine if I was real bad. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, she came, threw it on my table, said, you need this more than I do. So I took that as a badge of honor. Al Snow loved it. You see what I'm saying? So I just, anyway, I'm gonna try to achieve that heelness one more time this past weekend. So it's kind of neat because I think Gary Dameron loves when I come up there because I don't want the main event matches. Bullet, you know what I'm saying? So the last time I went, I've been up there twice. Last time he had this Screaming Eagle, I think was his name, one of his young kids, and Bullet, a wonderful time match with this kid. He listened, and of course he beat me right in the middle. It was just a great time. So, and it was like second match. So I was back at my table before intermission, you know, having fun and enjoying the night. So I asked for that this time again when I was available for the booking. Want one of your kids that needs to beat somebody. Okay, and I shared this weekend, Bullet, because everyone knows, or they will know when they see this show, is that I'm no longer AML World Heavyweight Champion. I did lose the coveted belt this past weekend to C.W. Anderson.
It's very coveted, even for non-wrestlers.
Yeah.
People are always trying to get their hands on that belt.
And Bullet, so I'm no longer the AML champion. But everybody was kind of worried, well, when you tell George, when George finds out how George is going to act, nobody was worried about how George was going to act because they know, and I've shared many times, I shared it Sunday, that I think everybody that wants to be a pro wrestler early in their career should lose to either the Mulkeys or the Ding Dongs. Okay? So if you lose to one of them early in your career, everything else is a plus. You see what I'm saying? Because that's like almost like the pinnacle of lost. Well, I mean, seriously, okay? And I took great pride in losing to both. Both incidences, I was the one to get pinned. Not that that matters, but I'm like the ultimate, like, loser. You see what I'm saying? And then to get blamed for the demise of the Ding Dongs because the match was so bad. And then all you done was just, I still have scar marks on my back, not from thumbtacks, but from the bells from the Ding Dongs. Because as soon as you locked up with them, it was doomed from the start.
Well, it's too bad that Jim Herd never got that hunchback
I'd have lost to him.
Tag team, too, because you would have had to lose to them.
I would have lost to them. And, you know, I knew going into the Ding Dongs, you know, they had, a lot of fans don't know this, Bullet, in case you ever do a Tim Bell podcast on us, okay? They had this big Liberty.
Tim Bell on the Ding Dongs?
Yeah, or maybe even on me, okay? That's why I'm answering all the stuff now, Bullet, okay?
I mean, I just rattled off like 3 stories right there. I got it.
Listen, you know what? My 10 Bell, when I'm gone, Dark Jerry, listen to this. When I'm gone and Bullet's got to do a 10 Bell, you're going to have to make it a 20 Bell. You got so much information on me, Bullet.
Yeah, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ring it 18 times. And then everybody waits around, and like, you didn't even get to 20.
You're going to make everybody here in the office stand up. Okay, and you're going to ring the bell 20 times. You're going to say you're going to ring it for 20 bell salute to George, but then you're going to hit it on 18. Okay, and then I know Tom Thompson's not going to stand up.
No,
Tommy's going to take a knee. That would be perfect for my burial. Is when y'all have everybody stand up and Tommy's going to protest something.
Listen, I've already told you what I'm doing for the George South Tribute Memorial Show. I'm going to do the George South Memorial Battle Royal. and I'm gonna book everybody you do not like. Everybody that comes
And
out
then blow the ring up.
Yes.
Oh!
Book everybody that's like, oh, me and George, we go way back.
Oh, I know.
Me and George used to ride with Stan
Yes.
all the time. Every guy that says that, I'm going to put him in the Battle Royal. I'm going to get all them guys. Like, all them guys that just come out, guys that I've never even met before, and talk about, like, how him and George are, like, real close, but I've never met you. I've never heard your name before.
Yeah.
Like, all these people, they can just come out of the woodwork and say that they're close to you, and I know that they're a goof. I'm going to put them in Battle Royal, get them all in the ring, and then I'm going to blow up the ring.
Oh, I love that.
Blow it up.
And we'll get the people that rigged the Terry Funk Cactus Jack ring. Remember that time that almost blowed up too early?
Oh, no, I'm getting the first Kawasaki Stadium explosion match, people. The one with, like, Hayabusa and Arita, with the smoke everywhere.
Fire and everything.
Yeah, I want that one.
But let that be known here today that Tom Thompson, if you love me, I want Tom Thompson to take a knee when y'all do my burial celebration. Okay, Tom Thompson's gonna take a knee. Okay, Tom. Yeah, you are. But anyway, so Bullet, I have no idea what the heck we're talking about. But anyway, a lot going on this week. Bullet, you got a lot going on?
I'll be wrestling for Northeast Wrestling in the Pittsburgh area on Friday, and then in West Virginia Saturday. So West Virginia, keep it together just for one day, I guess, so I can deal with you. So I'll be doing that, and then I'm going to lay low on Sunday. Sunday will be hopefully a nice, easy day. Be able to do some food prep. I'll be able to relax for a change. Hopefully I'll be ahead on some stuff. And then all next week I just kind of got some comedy shows and kind of laying low. But, like, I just got to get through this particular weekend, and I can breathe a little bit.
Good for you.
Just get through this one, get two shows. I hope they're easy. Hope they work out well. Yeah, so we'll see.
Bullet Idiot of the Week. I'm going to go right into it, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not even there yet, and it's already starting. Bullet, this coming Thursday will be, can you believe it's football season already again?
I can't
Bullet,
wait. Can't wait.
Listen, I'm so excited. Dallas, oh my gosh. We have done, they can't legally put the pads on yet till this coming weekend, but 2 days ago I got to go to his first, like, mini camp tryout thing. Oh my goodness. I don't know what. He's grown a lot. Okay, he's grown a lot. But listen, he may not be able to play football. We done spent $2,000 on his outfit. Yeah. Listen, and it's all a big work. The big, the linebacker for the Cowboys has got the big collar, the big Brian Urlacher looking thing. Dallas had to have that. You don't even know what it's for, but he had to have it. So he's got the big thing now, $100 Under Armour gloves.
Forearm pad.
He's got it all. But anyway, so we're pretty excited about that. So, but that has nothing to do with what I'm getting ready to talk about. Boy, it has already started, and I'm here to tell you that I can't do it again. I'm too old now. I could take it in my younger years. But my beloved Dallas Cowboys, who probably have made this idiot bag more than any, and it has already started with my guy Zeke holding out.
We're gonna have a Cowboy-related idiot bag that moves them ahead of Bojangles.
Yes.
It's usually between those two.
I will throw, and here's the funny thing about it: as I throw Zeke into the idiot bag, boy, I've got shades of when Emmett did it, and it just killed everything. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying when, as long as we've known each other and we've done this show, when are we going to have a season, going into a season where there's nothing like this? Remember last year it was he going to get suspended or not get suspended because of that stupid stuff, and he kept saying he wasn't, and then they finally suspended him. Well, this year, he's already he ain't coming to camp.
He wants his money, but
no,
you know
what?
You say what you want. Running backs get chewed up, and they chewed up DeMarco
right.
Murray.
No, they did.
DeMarco Murray ain't DeMarco Murray anymore.
No, you're exactly right.
And Zeke, he is.
But here's the funny
thing. That offense.
As I throw Zeke into, I agree. As I throw Zeke into the idiot bag for holding out. Funny thing is when they interviewed Jerry Jones, Jerry Jones, psychopath.
Yeah, if you can throw any back, throw Jerry in for saying what he said.
I know.
Shut up.
So I'm going to divide. I think I need to divide the idiot bag because, of course,
Jerry should be in there because, like, when Le'Veon Bell held out, all his teammates turned on him immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, luckily, most of the teammates have been like, well, we know that Zeke is going to be working hard.
Yeah.
And when he comes in here, we'll get him right in here right away. We're not worried about Zeke.
Right.
He's going to settle when he needs to settle. That's the difference between Pittsburgh and Dallas.
Right. Well, see, I was kind of mad at Zeke because I did throw him in the idiot bag, but I was kind of mad because he's holding out. But then when Jerry Jones made the comment that he made, Jerry Jones says, well, you don't need a Russian leader to win a Super Bowl. I thought, man.
You're doing this football team.
Yes.
You're doing this football team. Because guess what? That quarterback's going to want some big money.
But, boy, and all along, you got Jason Witten just wanting to play ball. You got the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Vine.
Jason Garrett just wants to sit there.
That's exactly right. You see what I'm saying?
He just wants to sit there and he won't clap.
No.
It's been a while since I've done this impersonation.
I know you have.
It's been a while. My hands, they can feel it tingle. I got to callous them back up to do old Coach clap.
But I just want to go, and it's not going to happen unless something happens real soon. Because opening day's coming. Zeke said he ain't showing up till he gets his money, and it's just.
And rightfully so, because they got to take care of Dak and Amari Cooper.
That's right.
You got to put, and Zeke just wants to be at the front of the line.
Well,
and if Zeke's going to do most of the heavy lifting this season, the only hang-up is Zeke, are you going to get in trouble?
I know.
I'm going to pay you all this money.
Yep.
And I got to pick up a call at 3 a.m.
That's what Jerry Jones' son is holding on to.
Yeah.
Is these little things, and he says, well, we don't, and I don't know. It's just going to be an awful, they ain't even talking about football. They're talking about all this other stuff that has happened. That's why Zeke's going in an idiot bag this week.
If he had the attitude of Dak Prescott, he's getting that money
exactly,
right away.
Exactly.
He's getting that money right away.
And Beasley's already making me mad. He just needs to shut up because he's saying he never really wanted to be a Cowboy. He just did it. And I'm saying, shut up, okay? Just be quiet and go play ball. And remember, we said, wait till he's playing for the Giants in the middle of winter. And 40-degree weather, 40 below. But anyway, so I just want one season bullet before you do your 20-bell salute on me.
No drama, Cowboys?
No dramas. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen. It's already started.
Not with that ownership.
No, and you're exactly right. If you could get them two together, I mean, him have the attitude of that, it may. But anyway, right now he's going to need it back. Took me 4 days to say that.
I'll put Jerry in. If you're
I'll put Jerry. Exactly. Yeah, they both.
Because I think they've done a very good job of handling it better than what Pittsburgh handled Le'Veon. But then that comment,
because even the Bell guy, wasn't the players even going through his lockers and stuff? They were just getting his stuff out of his locker. and
everything they said. But like the Cowboys United front, they're like, no, Zeke get paid.
Yeah.
Because those players, they like Zeke. They want Zeke on the field. They want Zeke to be there.
And it's hard to feel sorry for Jerry Jones when 2 days before he posted a picture of the brand new yacht that he purchased, which is bigger than
it doesn't help.
City.
They just listed the Cowboys as the most profitable franchise.
Yes, exactly.
No, there is a cap.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
He's only allowed to only pay a certain amount of money. For his team. Because if he had unlimited funds, like if they didn't have a cap in the NFL, it'd be the Cowboys every year.
So, folks, listen.
You have Tom Brady as a backup quarterback.
So, fans, just be prepared. This coming season, if you're a fan of our show, which I know a bunch of you are, except the one guy that does the thumbs down,
That's okay. He ain't watching no more. He's talking to the bank. Like, where'd all my money go? Where'd all my money go?
Oh yeah, that's what he gets. Brother ain't doing this no more because he's chasing down his credit cards that just got used in Singapore. Bullet. That's what he gets for not liking our show. So anyway, I just I said all this whole show, Bullet, just for I would just love one football season, and it don't look like it's going to happen this year. I know that.
We watch for the drama.
I know that.
We don't watch because they go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. You have to wait 25 years for that to happen.
That's very true.
All right, we watch.
All I know, and I'll tie all this show up because we've been on the bubble of me being a bad dad. I have told Brock and all my other children how great the Cowboys were at one time. Little George did get to see, even though he didn't go to the drive-in, he got to see the Cowboys Super Bowls. 8 men on front of Playboy Illustrated.
So when he fires back to you again, you're like, well, son.
Yeah.
I got the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl for you.
Yes, exactly. I did that, but that ain't enough, okay? But even my other
let me know that works out for you.
But listen, my other children never got to see that. You see what I'm saying? So they've never got to see the good times that they've heard
Dad provided for you.
Yeah.
Dad provided for you.
Listen, all I know is I met the guy, I met the girl at the Knoxville Comic Con that used to be a cowboy cheerleader. So, see, there's a connection there. So, I'll know she had a picture in that outfit. That's all I'm saying. So, anyway, well, all that's to be said. I will overcome this bad daddiness. Okay, this bad daddiness of it. I will. There's still hope. Okay, I'm gonna go book a drive-in with my oldest son. Okay, and while we're waiting on the movie to come on, when I'm spending time with my beloved son who loves his dad, we're both going to be reading
the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. Make sure you get your copy, especially if you're still waiting on your dad to take you to the drive-in. But if you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Good show. Good show, Bullet. Whew. Man, Tommy Thomas, how do we top it every week? We don't do it.
I'm not taking a knee at your memorial.
Hey,
no,
yeah.
I'd be terrified.
James Drake, Tommy Thomas is going to protest. He's going to protest my memorial. 20 bell salute. Bullet's just going to hit it 18 times like these outlaw promoters do.
Oh my gosh.
You're sitting there waiting for that 20th or the 10th time, and they don't hit it the 10th time.
Yep.
And then they always ask, well, do the heels go out together?
Yeah.
Do the heels? I thought the brother just died.
Is he carrying?
Yeah, brother just died, and you're worried about if the heels and the baby faces go out together.
That's why I don't ever do that.
No, I hate it. Don't ever. Oh. And James Drake's leading the heels out one side.